Hello, viewers. This is Cynthia Michael from Screw Reviews, bringing you a new podcast on my segment called The Black Lightning Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breathe so hard during this audio podcast recording, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this podcast audio podcast recording will contain adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain adult language. If you're over 18, that means you're good to watch this audio podcast recording. Now, anyway, oh my God, this episode of Black Lightning made me cry. So anyway, let's start off. Khalil was in the hospital after surviving with the spinal implant from Khalil's back. So basically, he's completely paralyzed from the waist. Not only for the waist, it's completely paralyzed from the waist up. So basically, Khalil is completely paralyzed. He can still talk, but he's completely paralyzed. Now, Lynn had a conversation with Khalil's doctor. Khalil being painkiller. Turns out the toxins that the implant turned out the toxin from the implant is slowly killing Khalil. So basically, the implant that was making Khalil walk, and also he used to use a tranquilizer to paralyze people. It's slowly killing Khalil. So basically, Lynn tried to offer her help towards Khalil's doctor, but after she heard about the Pod Medicine kids and that whole incident, she was like, no way in hell, I'm gonna let you near my patient. So anyway, while that's going on, the Reverend was having it seems like it was Sunday, I believe everything is going down on a Sunday. So anyway, the Reverend Hoyt was having a sermon about what happened to Khalil and about the violence, about the metahumans and whatnot and Freeman. So basically, after he finished his sermon and whatnot, he had his handkerchief, to wipe when he used his handkerchief to wipe the sweat from his head, it turned out the handkerchief was poisoned by Cutter. Cutter was in the Somehow Cutter, who was the virus, managed to put poison in Reverend Hoyt, or somehow to put poison on the Reverend Hoyt's handkerchief when he went to wipe the sweat off his forehead. So basically, that's when the Reverend passed it, it fell to the ground and it basically died from the poison, and Cutter just walked out after the Reverend, fell to the ground and whatnot. So anyway, meanwhile, turns out that back at Tobias' crib, we see Todd Green still is now Todd Green, who now has full access to Martin Proctor's computer laptop briefcase. Turns out that the pods that those metahumans, those kid metahumans are in, it turns out has audio and video. So basically, the pod metahuman kids that Lynn in the ASA is helping, turns out those pods had audio and video feedback being sent to the briefcase. So basically, from the footage from the pods, from the video feed from the pods, where the metahuman kids are trapped in, they saw Lynn slap Dr. Jen, and Tobias like, oh, Dr. Jen, so what the hell is he doing with the ASA? So basically, he had Targaryen to go to jail and bring Dr. Janice to him. So anyway, while that was going on, Jefferson had a conversation with Khalil, aka Painkiller, that and so basically Khalil was like, ask Mr. Pierce that, if you do me one favor, like, I want you to kill Spice Well. So basically Jefferson was like, no, it was like, no, I tried to kill Tobias Well. This is not the right way to do things. It's not the right way to, so we should let the justice system handle Tobias Well. Right? Well, he can. And Khalil said, after all the things he did, and after all the things he did, and plus the power he has over the justice system, he is like, Jefferson was like, thinking that maybe Khalil was right. So basically Jefferson didn't make Khalil a promise that kind of lie about that he will kill Tobias Well just to comfort Khalil. So anyway, outside Jennifer was crying in the parking lot, right? So basically, some white lady thought Jennifer was trying to steal her good. So the white lady thought that Jennifer was trying to steal her car, and that's when Jennifer used her powers when the white lady was on the phone with the police and brought the white lady's car to being a racist bitch. So basically, nobody was watching until Jennifer used her powers to blow up the white lady's car to being a racist bitch and whatnot. And she said, when the white lady turned around, she was like, what happened to my car? What did you do to my car? And Jennifer said, oh, I didn't do nothing to your car. A bolt of lightning brought your car. And Jennifer walked away, and that's when she started to grow, start to grow because of the extra energy and whatnot. So basically, Jefferson spotted Jennifer and took Jennifer in the closet to help, to drain the excess, drain all the extra energy that Jennifer was generating. But it was too much for him to absorb, and that's the Paradigm. I know that's not her name, but I like to call her Paradigm. Paradigm showed up and helped Jennifer calm herself that way. So basically, Paradigm, who was helping Jennifer control her power, showed up, and helped Jennifer to calm down, and helped Jennifer to calm down, and she managed to control the extra electricity that she was generating from her body under control. So basically, Paradigm showed up, helped Jennifer, to control the extra energy that she was generating after she used her powers to block that racist white lady's car. So anyway, Alessa was there. Alessa was there. Her girlfriend Grace showed up to give support for Alessa and Jennifer and Khalil and whatnot. So anyway, while that was going on, Rishi Carter come back to Tobias' crib, and it turns out that Cutter and Tobias used to be an item, but didn't say, Tobias was like, like, I was sorry about how things ended between us. So basically, and Carter insisted, to rise to the party, and Tobias said, like, I want you to be a permanent member of my team. So basically, Tobias hired Carter as a permanent member of her. So basically, Tobias hired Carter as a permanent member of his team and whatnot. So basically Jefferson finally came clean, and finally, so Jefferson finally came clean with Henderson at the hospital. So basically, he took Henderson back to Gammy's tailor shop, and told him the secret hideout and whatnot, his secret Black Lightning layer and shit like that. So basically, like, Jefferson, finally let Henderson, into his secret hideout, and let him know that Gammy's still alive and whatnot. So basically, Jefferson and Gammy asked for Henderson's help for trying to take down Tobias. So basically, Henderson went to Tobias' crib, and with the based off the information that Khalil gave them, so Henderson went to Tobias' crib, but to go to talk to Tobias about Khalil, but turns out that Henderson had a special camera that was scanning Tobias' crib. So basically to look for the briefcase, but turns out that the briefcase was not there when Henderson showed up with the special camera that was attached to his tie. So basically, Gammy had this, Gammy was using this hidden camera on Henderson to scan Tobias' crib for the laptop briefcase, and tried to use it as evidence to use against Tobias. That way they can put him in jail forever. But the briefcase was not at Tobias' crib. So basically, probably must have took it somewhere else for safekeeping or some shit like that. Blah blah blah. So anyway, back at the hospital, Jennifer asked her mother to put Khalil into one of those pods. That way, he could still be alive, and until they can figure a way to save him. But so basically, like, Jennifer was, but Lynn was worried that, Khalil might be too far gone, might be too distant, so basically Lynn was worried that, that Khalil might be too far gone for one of those parts to save him. So basically, with no choice, Lynn, Lynn had some AHA, use her AHA contacts to force Khalil's doctor to let her and some AHA agent to do tests on Khalil to see he's stable enough to be in those pods, and the pods that was used to house those other medhumans that the AHA agents captured over those years. But turns out that Khalil is too unstable to be put in a pod. So basically, he was too far gone to be. He was too unstable to be put in a put in any type of pod. So anyway, while that was going on, Todd Green managed to get Dr. Gent out of jail managed to get so basically Todd Green managed to get Dr. Gent out of jail just for a while. So basically, turns out that Dr. Gent is the one who made the serum that gives Tobias the agent that stops. So turns out that Dr. Gent made the serum that stops Tobias from aging, and also stop her from aging as well. So basically, Dr. Gent made the serum that stops Tobias from aging, and also she uses it on herself. So basically, that's the reason why. So basically, we finally know who made the serum that stops Tobias from aging, and also Dr. Gent also has the serum in her body. So basically, that stops her from aging. So anyway, so basically, Dr. Gent, Tobias said that there's some part metahumans somewhere in the church. So basically, Dr. Gent said, I know where they're at. So basically, Dr. Gent, Dr. Gent helps Tobias, find those part told Tobias, Todd Green, and Cutter where those four part metahumans the location of those four part metahumans inside the church clinic and whatnot. So anyway, basically in the last moment with the Paradigm, Paradigm must have used her powers to help Jennifer, to connect to Claire's mind and whatnot, and there was inside both of their minds, there was at prom. So basically, Claire was like, what the hell is going on? So basically, a friend is helping us, helping us out, connect our minds together and whatnot. So basically, inside Jennifer and Claire's mind, they were at prom. So basically, Claire said goodbye to Jennifer, and once. And back in the real world, Jennifer, the Pierce family, and Claire's mom watched Claire died from the toxins that was killing him. So basically, it was just a sad moment. So basically, Jennifer, her father, her mother and sister, and Claire's mom watched Claire die on the table. So basically, it was just sad, man. And now, later that night, we see Tobias, Dr. Gent, and Cutter, and Todd Green somewhere inside the clinic, making out a wall where the four metahumans was located inside the church clinic, and this is how the episode ended, with Tobias and his gang finding the four part metahumans that were shut away in the church clinic. So basically, this is how the episode ended. I gotta say, son, this episode made me cry. I ain't gonna front, son. I was really hoping that Cleo, aka Painkiller, and Jennifer will eventually be together for the series, but it's just this episode, episodes like this, I didn't mind this episode, didn't have any acting, but this episode was very emotional. So basically, I gotta say, I wish that Khalil, aka Painkiller, didn't die in this episode. It was kind of fucked up what Tobias did to Painkiller, but this episode was very. This is the best episode. This is the best episode out of season 2 of Black Lightning. This is a best emotional episode of Black Lightning season 2. I gotta say, this shit, like I said, this episode made me cry. So basically, my heart goes out to Khalil, aka Painkiller. Says, this is how good this episode was. So anyway, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it good? Was it okay? Or was it just now? Please let me know in the comments of this podcast. So anyway, like always, the Cynthia Michaels from Screw Reviews signing off. 1,